Welcome to today's class. We will be studying about plasma therapy, a potential cure for COVID-19. What is plasma? Plasma is the matrix on which blood cells float. It comprises 55% of the total blood volume. Plasma is comprised of basically water, hormones, nutrients, and various proteins. So it helps in the transport of hormones, nutrients, and proteins into various parts of our body. It was over 100 years ago that Emil Behring was awarded first Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine for his work demonstrating that plasma can be used to treat diphtheria. Plasma can be effective treatment of various diseases. It has been effectively used in case of Spanish flu of 1918, severe acute respiratory syndrome in 2003, Middle East respiratory syndrome, Ebola 2013 to 16 and H1N1 virus 2009. However, large-scale randomized trials were not reported in all these cases. One of the most successful documented examples where convalescent plasma was used is during the epidemics of Junin virus. Patients which were treated with plasma, they have significantly reduced mortality rate, decreasing from 43% to 3%. And we know that the key component which is present in plasma is antibody, which is responsible for treatment of infection. But this plasma cannot be artificially synthesized because of its complex composition. So here it has been shown the process of obtaining plasma. This is a tube containing blood. When it is centrifuged in a centrifugation machine, that means spinned at very high speed, then the blood will separate into its component part, that is the suspended RBC and the clear fluid, yellowish color fluid, which is plasma. This plasma will contain antibodies and we are targeting this plasma in case of plasma therapy. Plasma therapy is not a new concept. It relies on the age-old concept of passive immunity, where antibodies for some diseases in case of animals were injected into humans for treatment. Let us consider the diphtheria, which developed in horses, and those antibodies from horses, they are injected into human being and this treated diphtheria. Also in case of smallpox, the cowpox antibodies were responsible for treatment of smallpox. This was done by Emil Behring, because of which he is regarded as the father of vaccinology. So altogether what we can say that it is a passive kind of immunity. So plasma therapy, what it does is it uses blood donated by recovered patient to introduce antibodies in dose under treatment. Here we'll be studying about the process of convalescent plasma therapy. So imagine that your body has been exposed to a foreign antigen. It may be a virus or a bacteria. So your body will naturally produce antibodies which are specific to that pathogen. Now, once you have recovered, the pathogen will get eliminated, but that antibody will remain inside your body. So in this process, what will happen? If you are the donor of that plasma therapy, so you will be screened, and the screening process is strict so that you don't have any sort of infection like HIV, hepatitis, etc. So once your blood has been checked and you are deemed safe for not containing any type of disease, then you will be regarded as the donor. And then through a process of centrifugation using a apheresis machine, the blood plasma will be separated from the blood corpuscles, and this plasma will be containing antibody. Antibody-rich plasma, once extracted, can then be transfused into the body of the victim who is suffering from COVID-19. So this is a passive immune type of process because it is somebody else's antibody which is providing immunity to your body. Now let us see what are the advantages of plasma therapy. The first is it is transportable. The most important thing is that the convalescent sera, it can be easily transported to any part of the country or worldwide by maintaining adequate cold chain process similar that we use in case of vaccine transportation. It is a less painful process and infection rate is also very less because there is a lot of screening going on and also the patient do not suffer any type of discomfort. There is no major side effects reported. And also in case of COVID-19, these antibodies which are present in the serum, they are highly specific to the invading pathogen. So because of the specificity, it will easily work to eliminate the novel coronavirus from the patient's body. However, there are downsides in this process because each and every process has pros as well as cons. It is an expensive process. Along with that, the limited number of donors is another downside because one donation can make only 2 doses of therapy. So it is not possible to treat a huge crowd. There will be a lot of donors required. Another demerit is the elderly population who is suffering from weakened heart or lungs. They have a high risk from COVID-19, as we know. These patients may not tolerate receiving such a large volume of plasma. This can lead to complication which is known as transfusion-associated circulatory overload. Along with that, there can be other complications. Rarely, a condition called as antibody-dependent enhancement (ADE) is also reported. However, if we see the screening process, the risks are very low due to strict regulation of the plasma donation. So, in order to take full advantage of this treatment, there need to be a lot of challenges in the process, and these challenges need to be clarified. Even though we have seen that a lot of positive reports have been come up from the worldwide regarding the plasma therapy, but then large scale randomized trials are not reported. So this is another factor that need large scale trial to get appropriate amount of results. Do like and share my video, subscribe to my channel and also suggest some of the new topics on which I can make a video. Meet you the next time. Thank you.